Again, WandaVision just cannot disappoint. This series has been something to be amazed by, and finally, for the first time in so many episodes, scrolling through the post-credit was worth it as we got a particular scene that shocked each and every one of us. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video, the post-credit scene explained. Let's talk about what actually happened. So in this post-credit scene, we see Monica Rambeau encounter Pietro Maximoff, aka Quicksilver, after she snoops around the home of Agnes, who was, of course, spoilers, revealed to be the ultimate witch, Agatha Harkness. And while WandaVision has had some very lengthy end credit scenes, it has so far not copied the Marvel movies with post-credit scenes, only the post-credits themselves. Now we finally got one. So the episode itself was a daunting one. Not only was it a fourth breaking wall episode, but Scarlet Witch's new reality begins to glitch more than ever before, with things spiraling further out of control until it's confirmed at last that she was never in control to begin with. Agnes finally steps out of the shadows, confirming this long-held theory that the fans had about Agnes, that she is in fact the old witch in charge, which was Agatha Harkness, and has been manipulating things from the very beginning, from episode 1. The episode's ending finds Wanda trapped in a basement with Agatha, but that's not all there is to it. After the episode ends, this is when we see the first post-credit scene with Monica Rambeau, who is now, don't forget, fully powered up after passing through the Hex for a third time, only by choice now, not accidentally. After Agnes takes Wanda to her home, now we see in the post-credit scene that Monica is on the trail of Wanda and Agnes/Agatha and is about to find her way into the witch's basement, which glows purple as a sign of her power. There are tendrils and tentacles that are magical out of their nature, but she is, however, caught by Quicksilver, who until this point had been completely missing from this episode, from episode 7. He pops out to surprise Monica and tells her Snooper's gonna snoop. Agatha Harkness, in the recap of all the events she was behind, it is confirmed to be, amidst that it is confirmed that she in fact brought back Quicksilver to Westview, and it's clear that he is still well under her control, working for her to stop people such as Monica from infiltrating her property. So since Monica is trying to help Wanda, then this would set up a fascinating fight for the next episode. Monica, imbued with her Spectrum powers and even an outfit that nods to the costume, alongside Scarlet Witch versus Agatha and Pietro. It's possible that this will happen in the next episode, if not the finale itself. But it's also representing that Monica's eyes appear to be a different color in the post-credit scene. Ever since she enters the Hex again, you can see her eye color change, but they were blue once she discovered the basement. Some are even speculating that this is a darker shade of blue, which could be indicated as purple, fitting the same color as Agatha Harkness's magic seen in the vines in the staircase Monica is looking at. So this might suggest that Monica, by simply being exposed to it, she has now fallen under Agatha's magical spell and is controlled by her. Quicksilver's eyes aren't glowing purple, but that is presumably part of Agatha's magic itself, since walking around with purple eyes would be somewhat of a giveaway. The next episode should be the most bombastic one up until now, because if Monica is indeed under Agatha Harkness's control, then it would further stack the odds against Wanda and Vision. And don't forget, Vision is on his way as of right now to face Wanda once again. Another question, of course, outside of Wanda and Vision are Billy and Tommy. Once the twins enter her house, they're never seen again. Could this be that Agatha has simply created fake children for Wanda to be even more disassociated from reality? If the twins can still be saved, that is, as it's unclear what happened to them and the rest of Westview's inhabitants. The vines hint that Agatha is perhaps feeding off of Westview with the Hex and the Scarlet Witch's powers, which means it's going to be an incredibly difficult hurdle to overcome in WandaVision's closing installment. Aside from these points, aside from exploring what the post-credit scene actually meant for Monica, Quicksilver, Agatha, Wanda, and so on, it's also the biggest indicator yet of the shift in the show's storytelling. For the most part, WandaVision hasn't operated anything like a typical MCU product. Instead, doing its own thing in a sitcom bubble. That's gradually changed as the show spent more time outside of the Hex with Sword, but with the real villain of WandaVision now revealed and the veil lifted with Agatha, the traditional post-credits scene returning hammers home that this can now fully be an MCU spectacular as we've come accustomed to seeing, setting up WandaVision's final 2 episodes to be bigger than anything else, and it confirms that the official MCU formula is back. While the WandaVision TV show up until now was sort of weird and quirky, I think they have already made way with that, and they're officially going into MCU craziness these 2 last episodes. But guys, let me know, what do you guys think as well? Talk to me down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, boys and gals, and I'll see you in the next episode.